Hello everyone, welcome to I See Bad Movies, Season 10, Episode 4. Wow. I'm one of your hosts, Dave Keane, and I am joined by the inhospitable, fearless, anti-human Emma Spicer.
These insults are getting worse.
Listen, it's just the movies we're picking.
Yeah,
It's
whatever.
just the movies we're picking.
I feel
Yeah.
like you're enjoying it a bit too much.
Me?
Yeah.
Never. It hurts my heart every time insulting you in these
You
intros.
haven't got a heart.
Takes one to know one. All right, well, welcome everyone. Obviously, you can hear the lovely dulcet tones of my good pal Emma, and we tonight are watching and reviewing, I should say.
Yeah.
The Will Smith Vanity Project, pushing his son Jaden Smith into the forefront of a movie acting dynasty, career-defining role, shall we say, in the... What year was this film released?
2013 was it? Or have I made that up?
2013. Yes, it was 2013. After Earth.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I've never ever heard of this movie.
Had you not?
No.
Oh my God, yeah.
So, I mean, was it big at the box office?
No, I don't think it was big at the box office.
It was,
At all.
It was released though, wasn't it? As
Yeah.
on cinemas.
Yeah, and it made a profit. It didn't lose
Yeah.
money. Yeah, I had seen it before myself once on, I don't know, some streaming service years ago.
Oh, you have seen it?
Yeah, I'd seen it before because you know me in bad movies. I have to consume them. I have to.
You have to. It's the law.
Yeah, it is the law.
It made 243.8 million at the box office against a budget of 130 million. So yeah, it did make a good profit.
Yeah, it did make a good.
But I guess people just see a big name like Will Smith because
Yeah,
he would have been quite big around
and
that
he
time.
was big around then. Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was.
He'd done movies like I Am Legend and Men in Black and stuff.
Yeah.
So he was well known.
Oh,
I
100%. By 2013, he was massive.
So I guess
Absolutely
people
massive.
just think, oh, it's Will Smith, and
Yeah.
we've seen him in other movies that have been good, and
Yeah.
just assumed this one would be.
How wrong they might be.
Well, I haven't
No.
seen it, so I reserve judgment.
I
but-
have seen it, so I'm going to try and not be... Although I have already, clearly.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give away spoilers about whether it's a terrible bad movie or a good bad movie.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, we're not watching this film because it's good tonight. I'm just going to put that out there. But whether it's, oh God, did we have to watch this? Or, haha, this was stupid. We'll see.
Yeah.
Emma, as you haven't seen it, would you like me to read out the blurb, shall we say, of the movie?
Yes, please.
All right, so 1,000 years after cataclysmic events forced humanity's escape from Earth, Nova Prime has become mankind's new home. Legendary General Cypher Raige returns from an extended tour of duty to his estranged family, ready to be a father to his 13-year-old son, Kitai. When an asteroid storm damages Cypher and Kitai's craft, they crash land on a now unfamiliar and dangerous Earth. As his father lies dying in the cockpit, Kitai must trek across the hostile terrain to recover their rescue beacon. His whole life, Kitai has wanted nothing more than to be a soldier like his father. Today, he gets his chance. Yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be so moving.
I mean, on paper, sounds like it could be a good...
Sounds like an okay concept for a movie, doesn't it?
It does. And I know something about this film.
Okay.
Do I say it now or do I do it after you've seen the film? I don't know. No, I'll tell you now.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you now. I might as well tell you now. So this film originally was pitched as the same sort of thing, a father and son movie, the son having to save the father who's dying, but it wasn't a sci-fi epic. It was pitched.
Oh, I read this. Yeah.
Oh, did you read it as well? Yeah.
I read up on it because I knew nothing about it, so I just had a quick Google of it.
Yeah.
And I did read that, originally it was meant to be just like an adventure movie. They went out on an adventure, but it wasn't meant to be,
Yeah.
wasn't meant to be set in. Where did the idea come from for it to be in outer space then?
I think someone was like, hey, you know what would actually
I
be
was like, that's
really
great,
good?
but father and son in space!
Oh,
Yeah.
Daddy wasn't there.
I mean, you can always
Daddy
make
was in
anything better if you
space.
set it in space, can't you?
Oh, 100%. What
Well, we'll see.
Well, if anyone listened to our Patreon episode of The Room, where we were trying to discover movie lines that would work with the word bitch added on the end,
Yes.
what movies would be better set in space?
Oh, loads of
That's
them.
another one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of any at the moment,
But I bet we could make a lot of movies better by setting them in space.
Yeah. Well, there's a long silence, isn't there?
That'll be cut out. We should maybe do a list.
Yes.
Best movies to be set in space, or movies that could be improved by being set in space.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a long.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long
We'll work
one,
on it.
We'll work on it. We'll workshop that one. Emma, shall I flip the coin and then we'll figure out
Yes.
if we're watching, if we're doing
We are
the
watching
good
it.
and bad. We're watching
Unfortunately.
it. Oh, yeah, we got to watch it. Yeah, okay. What do you reckon?
Good.
Yes.
Oh, it's good.
We're going to be focusing on the good
Let's
for the
hope
main
there's some
episode.
good bits then.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh, could be a short episode.
Well, you know more than me because I haven't seen it, so.
Yes, and I am trying to think back, but I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember every single bit of it, but I know a few of the story points. But
Okay.
we shall see. Anyway, Emma, shall we go and watch this film?
Let's do it.
Well, welcome back, Emma. I would just like to say though,
Yes.
before we start, let's all just take a knee. Take a knee.
Take a knee. I know, what was that all about?
Just take a knee.
The way he spoke in this movie
Oh.
was really irritating me because he. Well, first of all, when I.
Do you mean Jaden or Will?
Will Smith.
Yep. Okay.
Cypher, was he called Cypher in it?
Cypher Raige.
Oh my goodness, the name.
That is a name that a child gives
Yes.
their superhero, isn't it?
Yes.
I am Cypher Raige and
So
I'm indestructible.
I couldn't work out how old. Is it Kitai?
Kitai. Yeah.
I couldn't work out how old he was meant to be, and I was thinking, is he meant to be an adult? Because he's like going out like on a mission kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he is actually a child in the movie, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Because I was like, he looks about 12, but are they saying that he's ready to like go out on missions and stuff, and he should be an adult?
Well, I think it's a training mission.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I couldn't work out how old he was in the first part of the movie, but the way he spoke to him, yeah, I mean, Cypher's the worst dad ever, isn't he?
Oh, father of the year,
Awful.
isn't he? My God.
Awful. So cold.
I said to you when we were watching it, didn't I? I said like, I just keep like, if you like those TikToks, and maybe you've seen them, everyone, where there's like a woman and she posts something really disrespectful that the husband
like
is currently doing.
Yeah.
You know, like one I saw was a lady is way back in the queue to get on the aeroplane, and her husband's right up the front, already at the desk, ready to walk on the plane without her. And underneath it is playing Lord's Man of the Year, and it's like, oh, if a song was written for anyone in a film, it was written for Will Smith in this movie.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Awful.
Terrible father. Terrible husband.
I mean, I wouldn't say that he loved his kids particularly. He's not
Or his wife.
Not bothered about them at all, is he?
No, not at all.
No.
His wife was in the film, Sophie Okonedo, who is a great actress.
Yeah.
I absolutely rate
She's
her.
English,
She's
isn't she?
fantastic. Sorry?
She's English,
Yes,
isn't
she is. Yeah. She's a great English actress. And I think she's got like 2 lines in the whole film. There's a bit at a dinner table. She's not in it a lot at all. There's a bit at a dinner table where they're talking with each other, and like we'll probably get onto this and I imagine in a bit more detail. But dad and son are talking. The mum, zero input. All she has to do is just sit there smiling.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Why even have the character there?
I don't know.
Just at least it was a payday for the actress. At least it was that. So and the thing is as well, there's not actually an awful lot that happens in this film because it's just like mostly a 2-piece, isn't it? You know, it starts with some of the worst exposition ever.
Yeah.
And not only is that exposition, but they also show us what they're talking about as well. So pick one.
Yeah.
Just pick one.
I know.
Tell us or show us.
Yeah.
Preferably show us.
Yeah.
But apparently this film was originally 2 hours and 30 minutes long.
Oh, thank goodness.
No,
I
sorry,
dropped it
2
down.
hours 20. It was 1 hour 40 in
Yeah.
the final cut. But
How
the
did they have 40 extra minutes?
the extra 40 minutes or so was explaining the background of Earth and exactly where they are to now.
Praise be that they chopped that bit out.
And that's why it's a much shorter intro telling us, in the near future, the environmental cataclysm forces us to abandon Earth. We settled in a new world, Nova Prime.
Yeah.
They founded the Ranger Corps.
How far away from Earth is Nova Prime? Because I have issues with the distance later on in the movie.
Oh, I've got no idea. I don't think it's mentioned. I think it's just... all they say is it's the closest inhabitable planet. That's the only thing they say. But other than that, nothing else. Nothing else at all. Yeah. Now, so, as we know, there's an environmental cataclysm. Okay,
Yeah.
They tell us that. They show us that. Might I add, with stock footage of natural disasters around the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, you spent 130
I was going to
million
say,
pounds
this
on
movie
this
had
film.
a big budget. They could have even CGI'd stuff rather than just stock.
Stock footage of...
I know.
Come on.
Yeah.
Honestly, Will Smith and, to a degree, M. Night Shyamalan. Anyway, so they leave Earth, but to leave Earth, they create a military unit called the Ranger Corps, whose job it is to aid them in the evacuation of Earth to Nova Prime. Now, they've evacuated, and this gets to about 1,000 years later, and the Ranger Corps, who are now a peacekeeping organisation commanded by General Cypher Raige, come into contact with an alien race called the Skrill, and they intend to conquer Nova Prime. But we don't find out anything about them. There's no actual conflict with the Skrill aliens themselves throughout the film. Rather, what they use to attack the humans, and that's their secret weapons, the Ursas. And I think this ties into the film being about originally a father and son having an accident in the woods, and the son having to go and get help for the dad. So the monsters are called Ursas, which is part of the Latin term for bears.
I was going to say it was something backwards then.
Asru.
It means help backwards.
Your ass will rue the day you come across one of these monsters. Asru, Ursa. No. But that's what I think is maybe in the original cut of the film, it was going to be the boy was like hounded by a bear.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why they've called the monsters Ursas.
If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back.
Is that true?
You're not fighting back, are you? Would you remember Cocaine Bear?
Oh, yes, that's right.
That's what I saw online. I thought, no, they said it in there.
Yes,
and I looked it up, and I was like, you're not fighting back with any bear, are you? Surely. And if you lay down, they're just going to maul you. So either way, you're screwed.
But that's the thing. I think, like, if it's brown, lay down.
So
is it just because they will lose interest in you?
To be fair, actually, I've seen videos online of people where they've been sat having a picnic in like a nature park, and there've been brown bears, and they're interested in the food, but if you sit really still, they tend to they don't just attack. So if you just sit still and don't aggravate them, they will come and get your food off of your picnic, but they won't actually most of the time. Obviously, if something angers them or whatever. I don't
know if I could hold back if they try and take my hot dogs off me that my mum lovingly prepared.
Video of a family, they had kids with them, and they just sat dead still, and this bear just came over and helped itself to some food, and it did go again. It didn't do anything, but I mean, you'd be terrified, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would be.
I'd be sitting there thinking, oh, this is how I die. This is it. Not only are you going to steal my food, but then you're probably going to attack me and kill me. Like, this is not a good picnic.
I mean, it's a real kick in the face, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Steal my food just before I die.
Steal my food and kill me. At least
my
let me have
sandwich.
my last meal.
Yeah. My last piece of cake, and you're just going to take it?
That's my last picnic.
So, yeah, maybe there is some truth in the brown bear.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not fighting back, are you, with a black bear?
Well, black bears are smaller than brown bears, aren't they?
Yeah, but
so
are you going to fight a bear?
The idea is you make yourself big and...
What, and they get scared?
And...
Really?
I know, that's the thing.
I don't believe that.
But do bears walk around thinking, you know what, I'm bigger and stronger than a human?
No. And, I mean, it's just instinct, isn't it, to attack if they feel threatened. But I think to be fair, most animals, if they don't feel threatened and they're not hungry, they're probably not going to just attack, are they? They're not. It's not
Yeah,
they don't just attack for the sake of it, do they?
Because they don't want to expend energy. They don't need to expend.
And if they don't feel threatened, or they're not trying to hunt,
yeah,
then they won't just attack. I mean, I guess like chimps do, don't they? Because chimps can just go crazy. Because that woman had her face ripped off by a chimp, didn't she? But someone was keeping it as a pet. I mean, you can't really keep chimps as pets.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, I suppose the animal could turn at any point.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder, right? Which really makes me annoyed about things, right? So there's a chimpanzee being kept as a pet. Absolutely shouldn't be, okay?
Yeah.
Now, and I'm not saying, it's okay if, but if for example, if someone was keeping a chimpanzee as a pet and was looking after it, and I mean, I think it should never be a pet. No. But if it had a nice life, compared to, if you remember in the old days, PG Tips, was it?
Yeah.
They were advertised in the UK with chimpanzees dressed up in human clothing.
Yeah.
But do you know what they would do to get the chimpanzees to move their mouths to make it look like they were talking?
What?
They would punch them in the mouth.
No.
They would punch them so they would move. Their mouths would move. And you think, those are the sort of people that need to have their faces ripped off.
Yeah. So when an animal attacks, when an animal's treated cruelly and it attacks, I think good. And I think you deserve whatever you get. Yeah. If you're going to get in the ring,
as long as it's the person that treats it cruelly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. Not
you see a lot. I know you meant that, but unfortunately, a lot of the time, it's not always the person that treats it cruelly.
One of the whales that they kept at like SeaWorld or wherever it was, one of the parks, that killed somebody. But those creatures are treated so badly. They're put in a tiny little tank. Mm-hmm. They're so depressed. They're not like. They're huge animals that need to be in the open water. Yeah, they can't be in a tiny little tank just swimming around doing tricks for people. Like, it's so. I don't think people realise how cruel it is. Yeah, and I do think if you do that to an animal and then it attacks you, it's kind of karma, really. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're going to be that cruel to an animal and it attacks you, then you deserve it.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
And I don't have any sympathy for people that get in a bull ring and they, think they can take on a bull and then they get attacked and, what do you expect to happen?
When you hear stories of matadors or toreadors being gored or whatever,
they actually make them angry so that they'll go out. It's like, you're asking for it. Yeah.
And then they still slaughter the animal.
Yeah.
I think if a bull gores a matador, you know what, fair play, you can go free.
Yeah.
You've won your freedom. The Hunger Games, there you go.
Yeah.
Off you go. But yeah, and I know people say, but it's a culture thing, isn't it? But does your culture have to involve the senseless slaughter of an animal?
I know.
For sport, that's
not okay.
That's a cultural thing that can go.
Yeah.
No
culture should have anything like that. Cruelty to animals just shouldn't exist, should it?
No, it shouldn't. I agree.
But yeah, so I do think if you're going to be an arsehole to an animal, then get attacked. I've got no sympathy, sorry.
No sympathy at all. No sympathy at all. Right, so these ussers, these are large blind, I tell you.
Oh, they're blind. They pick up on your pheromones, don't they?
Yes, exactly. So they say they're blind, but also in this film, it also makes me think they're also deaf as well, and they can't hear anything. So they
can just smell then.
Yeah, it's so odd. So they are large brown predator creatures that hunt by sensing fear or the pheromones released when humans feel fear. And the rangers struggle against the ussers until Cypher learns how to completely suppress his fear, a technique in the movie they call ghosting. Now, after teaching this technique to the other rangers, he then leads the ranger corps to victory. Now, meanwhile, we kind of cut to now, and Kitai is a cadet, and he's clearly surpassing the other cadets.
Yeah,
he runs faster than them, and that's all we see. That's all we see.
But also, it doesn't look like he's running that fast in that clip, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Because he overtook them, but then I was like, it looks like you're running really slowly. So are they just walking like this?
They look like they were doing that slow motion Baywatch run.
Yeah, they must have been, because he didn't look like he was going fast at all.
He really didn't. I'm glad you spotted that too, because I didn't mention it when we watched it, and I was like, this is so weird.
If that's speedy, then I'm fast.
Yeah.
I could outrun him.
Yeah, I could outrun him.
Yeah.
And there's a bit later in the film where Cypher says to him, "Show me that 50-minute 10-kilometer," and it's like, I mean, that's quite fast, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's 25. That's a 25-minute 5K, which is good.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not a runner, so I don't really know.
Yeah, so
what's
like
the time?
What 10K in 50 minutes?
I mean,
That would be 20 kilometers. Oh, it's not marathon speed.
No,
it's not marathon runner
not
speed.
Athlete speed, is it?
No, but I certainly couldn't do.
No, I couldn't either. But it's not like whoa, we did that.
10 kilometers in 50 minutes. But anyway, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. So he's clearly surpassed. We are told he's surpassing the other cadets.
Yeah.
Because he's under sort of like a review thing with a general, and he goes into this office with a general, and the general's like, "You're doing this well. You're doing this great. You're doing that great." And then he says, "But you fall apart on the field, so I can't advance you into being a ranger.
Yeah.
You're still going to be a cadet, and it'll be another year before you can try to be a ranger again." And he's like, "Oh, but my dad's coming home. I wanted to be a ranger before my dad came home."
He's only like 5, so he's all right. He's got time.
Oh, I'll let him. Yeah, you can have his wins. Quite right. Absolutely. But that's the thing as well, right? We don't see him falling apart on the field, out on the field. What's he falling apart against? Are they putting cadets up against these ulcers? I don't think they are. So, yeah. Again, just another case of...
see him jogging, that's all we see.
Tell us rather than us actually see it.
Yeah.
Just create something, but don't let us see it happen. So, yeah. And we also know as well that in this sort of time, Cypher's son Kitai, he blames himself for the death of his sister, Sensei, at the hands of an ulcer. So he's training to become a ranger like Cypher, but as we know, his application is rejected. And Cypher does kind of view him as a bit of a disappointment for that fact as well. However, in the very few lines that she has, Kitai's mother, Faya, I think I ate that yogurt, Faye, 0% Greek yogurt. She convinces Cypher to take Kitai on his last voyage before he retires as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So his last voyage is a training expedition to the planet of Ipsos, and they are also carrying a captured Ursa on board for cadets to train in the technique of ghosting. During the flight, however, there's a very strange scene. Yes, I have got it down as a bad scene, so it will be covered in the Patreon episode on the flip side. Yes, Thank you. But ultimately, kind of, Cypher feels something strange with the flight, and ultimately the ship, he tells Kitai to put on this life suit and get himself strapped in and stay strapped in, and the ship falls afoul of an asteroid shower, and they've put themselves into some sort of hyperspace jump to get out of the asteroid shower, and they've taken a lot of damage. They go through this hyperspace jump, and they need to crash land on the closest planet, and they do crash land, pretty spectacularly, and what we find out is that they have now crash landed on the now quarantined Earth. That it's got like quarantine level alpha or something. Do not set foot on this planet, etc. Now in the crash, everyone's
it's not
died.
Safe to land there, but I mean, not safe because of the aliens, because the atmosphere and everything's okay still, isn't it?
Not the atmosphere isn't quite okay. And
he has got that special suit, hasn't he? That stops him from freezing and stuff.
Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't even stop him from freezing. The special suit.
I thought it was supposed to keep him warm because Earth just goes frozen sometimes.
Yeah, but he has to. Yeah, so Earth is got this alpha quarantine thing because over the 1,000 years that humans have been away from Earth, I'm giving away kind of one of my bad sort of bits about the film, but I think I have to just to explain like the premise of Earth. In the 1,000 years they've been away, the atmosphere has become less oxygenated. Everything on Earth has evolved to kill humans, and also the planet freezes over nightly.
Would that happen in 1,000 years? Because, I mean...
That's my issue.
Changes to evolution, it takes a hell of a long time, doesn't it? For something to evolve and change drastically like that.
Yep. And I would accept, whatever the humans did to the planet, causing the planet to ice over every night or something at night, with changes to climate, etc. Fine, maybe something in the drop of the oxygen in the atmosphere causes it, and blah blah blah. Whatever. I will happily suspend disbelief for that.
But how would it freeze over at night and then be okay again and thaw out?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's something in the atmosphere. If the sun's not, maybe it's something high up in the atmosphere. If the sun's not shining,
and then the sun comes up and it melts all the ice.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
I'll accept that, and I'll suspend disbelief for science fiction.
But was there no sun in the ice age then?
All right. Emma, we're suspending disbelief for this movie here.
It's movie land.
But what I can suspend my disbelief for is exactly what you said. How long does it take for something to evolve?
Yeah.
1,000 years.
1,000 years is not long enough.
It's not. But
it's
also,
be drastically different like that, and new creatures and stuff.
Yeah, but also, how would these animals evolve to kill humans?
If there's no humans,
exactly.
No humans on the planet.
There's no humans on the planet to evolve to kill.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
So, yeah. So that I found...
And you wouldn't get new species... Would you get new species of animals in 1,000 years? Completely new. For climate change, would it just... New species would just pop up?
No, I don't think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think some species would be... what's the word I'm looking for?
Like
dominant.
I
think some species would be dominant and some would maybe die off.
But again, like if animals adapted to live in a different climate, that again, wouldn't that take millions of years? Not thousands, like not 1,000 years.
But also, all these animals out in the freezing cold every night, are they all getting to these hot springs, these hot thermal areas to survive?
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah, it does fall apart when you pick it apart too much.
Yeah,
it really does. Now, so they've crash landed on Earth, and that's the state of Earth at the moment. Both of Cypher's legs are broken, and surprise, surprise, the ship has split in half upon crash landing.
Yeah.
Okay, and the main beacon for firing a distress signal is damaged. A distress signal, I should say, is damaged, but the tail section of the ship, which broke off an entry, has a backup beacon. Now, also in the tail of the ship is the Ursa as well that was being transported. And Cypher can tell from the ship's diagnostic information that the Ursa is no longer on the ship. And he's kind of hoping that it died in the crash. I mean, obviously it hasn't.
No, of course not.
Obviously it hasn't. Now, so Cypher instructs Kitai to locate the tail section of the ship and ultimately also the backup beacon, which they can use to signal Nova Prime. And he basically tells Kitai, look, if you don't do this, we will both die. Okay,
yeah.
So no pressure, son. No pressure at all.
Yeah.
It's 100 kilometers away from where they are. So he's got 100 kilometers to get across the most hospitable planet to humans in the known universe.
Yeah.
And so he gives him his weapon, a wrist communicator, and 6 capsules of a fluid that will enhance the oxygen intake so he can breathe in Earth's low oxygen atmosphere. And Cypher warns him to avoid the highly evolved fauna and flora, be careful of the violent thermal shifts, and tells him he needs to reach thermal hotspots where he can be warm during these times. And Kitai leaves to find the tail section with Cypher guiding him through the communicator. Now, very, very early into the first part of his journey, he comes across a giant baboon.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't follow his dad's instructions of just not doing anything. Instead, he throws a rock at the baboon, which angers all the other baboons in the area, and they all chase him. He escapes by, baboons don't like water.
If it's a baboon, feed it with a spoon. We've got to have rhymes for all animals. We need to know how to react to every animal there is.
Okay. There are 3 different types of animals that appear in this film.
Okay.
So there's the baboon's the first one.
Yep.
So if it's a baboon,
feed it with a spoon.
Okay. That's how you deal with baboons. Don't throw rocks at them.
No, definitely don't do that.
So he's attacked by these baboons, but he gets to a river and he crosses the river. And the baboons don't cross a river, of course not. In 1,000 years, they've not evolved to learn how to swim.
No.
Fine. However, there's 4 animals. Because whilst he's driving through the river, well, he's driving, but he's swimming through the river, his dad notices that there's a toxin in his bloodstream through the communicator.
Yes.
And Kitai's starting to struggle, and his face is starting to swell and all that kind of thing. And what he realises is he's actually been bitten by a poisonous leech. And he's got to administer an antidote. You know, the classic, you've got to stab into your heart kind of thing. Yeah. Which, it's a
did we say,
thing.
sorry, that his dad is in the ship?
His dad is staying in the ship.
Him, so he can...
I don't think I did say it specifically.
No, but Kitai's got a thing on his wrist and he can talk to his dad. And his dad's got like screens up and the spaceship is just like amazing. They can do all kinds of things. So he's just got all this information coming up on screen of exactly where he is and like the climate and the terrain and everything like that. So they are in communication with each other up until this point, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And so his dad is telling him what to do to take his anti-toxin medicine, etc., etc. Now, Kitai does do it and he survives. However, in the attack, 2 of his oxygen capsules are damaged, and also the toxin and the antitoxin are just doing their thing, and he kind of shuts down. And when he awakens, he narrowly escapes one of these sort of thermal shifts and makes it into a cave where it's all nice and warm. But Kitai lies to Cypher and doesn't inform him about the damaged oxygen capsules.
Yes.
Now that night, Kitai listens to Cypher tell him a story of when he was attacked by an Ursa when he was a younger ranger, and how he realised that fear is merely an illusion created by the mind's thoughts of the future, and thus he first began to ghost himself from the Ursas, choosing to live rather than to let his enemies, both fear and the Ursas, decide his fate. Now, the following day, Kitai reaches a mountaintop. So we saw this mountaintop when they plotted the route. There was a massive kind of drop that he would have to negotiate or navigate. Both work, I suppose. And at this point as well, Cypher learns about the broken capsules. And knowing that the only way to make it with the 2 capsules left, because these capsules last 24 hours, and he's only got 2 or 3 capsules left, and he's got more than 3 days worth of journey to make. So he's not going to get there and get back in that time. So knowing this, and the only way to make it, the ship works out a faster route. Instead of climbing down, it would be to skydive, which takes like 2 days off the journey. So a not insignificant amount. But knowing that the skydive and the likelihood of survival being very low from that skydive, he orders Kitai to actually just abort the mission. But
yes, he does.
Believing his father still sees him as a disappointment, Kitai blames Senshi's death, his sister, on Cypher's absence on the day that the Ursas attacked their settlement. So in a bit of a fit of annoyance and anger at his dad, he decides to just skydive from the mountaintop. But he is attacked by a giant bird of prey, whether it's an eagle or condor or something like that. It's massive.
If it's an eagle, feed it a bagel.
You could have said beagle, but you don't want to feed it another pet. Yeah, don't feed another animal. Yeah, but if it's a condor, send it to Gondor. No. Let's call it. Let's just call it an eagle and give it a bagel.
Yeah.
Right. Now the condor captures him, but his communicator is damaged in that.
Yes.
So Kitai wakes in the nest of the condor, where again he is surrounded by sort of huge saber-like cats or lions.
I've got an issue with this when he loses comms, because how the hell does he know where he's going?
Yeah.
And like, how does he get back not knowing? Oh no, he gets back in touch, doesn't he, later on? Sorry, I've just remembered.
But I think it's because the when he gets to the tail end of the ship, there's more supplies there.
But he didn't. But for a while, he didn't have any comms, so I don't know how he knows what direction he's going in because there's nothing.
Well, you do see him like sort of scroll in the earth or in something the route, like he'd memorised the map for himself.
Oh, okay, he's memorised it. Okay,
so I mean, like, yeah, that's understandable. He's but I do get your point. But I think that at least the movie makers thought of that. Yeah. Because how else would he know?
Yeah, because otherwise you're just on a random planet that he's never seen, and you would have no idea where you were going. Exactly.
But yes, and again, I think that's sort of, I like that about it, and I think that's part of him being a good cadet. Yeah. Does that make sense? That he's not an idiot. Yeah. But he is ultimately as well. He does let his emotions get in the way of his decisions a little bit, Kitai. But then he is young.
Yeah, he's only a kid,
and it is like a life and death situation, isn't it?
Right, David. He does well for a kid.
Yeah, he does. Fair. I mean, I would have died.
Oh, I'd just let one of the aliens take me.
I'd have just got out of the ship at the beginning and just gone like, I'm just going to lie down.
I haven't got the energy to run away from these big, massive creatures that are chasing me. Just kill me and it's done then.
Oh, honestly. I think I'd try and find the biggest, meanest thing first and just be like, look, just do it. Yeah. I've had enough. Yeah. Unfortunately, the biggest, meanest thing at the beginning of the movie is his dad. So.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, these saber cats or these lions are trying to get hold of the condor's chicks. And Kitai and the condor fight the saber cats and Kitai escapes. Now, what if it's a cat? Fight it with a bat?
If it's a cat, give it a pat.
My son Pat can run as fast. He runs round in circles as fast as a cat.
When he gets a little peckish, he takes off his hat. With 93% peanut, he likes a bit of this.
He likes a bit of that.
And then what is it? Fun packed?
Fun packed.
Sun packed?
My son Pat.
I'll kill him when I get my hands on him. Yeah. That is a whole advert for peanut butter.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, peanut butter. My God.
And that was an English advert, wasn't it? Because
it was. Yeah, that was a
northern accent, wasn't it?
Yeah, bloody hell. But funnily enough, he was playing baseball, so maybe there was also an American version of it with the same footage.
I never thought of that, unless he was playing rounders, was he?
Because they do that in
was it definitely baseball?
No, I think it was definitely baseball. Because
we don't really play baseball over here.
No, we don't. And
basketball, but not baseball.
Anyone that buys a baseball bat. Baseball bat sales in the UK are not for playing baseball. That's for men to put it in their cars to feel like, if anyone starts on me, I've got a baseball bat in my car. That's pretty much the majority of sales of baseball bats in this country. Very sad. Very sad. Anyway, okay, so far, if it's an eagle, give it a bagel. If it's a baboon, feed it with a spoon. Oh, what about the leech?
Give it a peach.
Okay, if it's a leech, give it a peach.
Or throw it a peach.
And if it's a cat, give it a pat.
Give it a pat, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like if you must have read the Oi books with your kids. Oi dog, Oi cat, Oi. Have you not read those ones?
I don't recognise them. No. No, I don't think I do.
Oh, so Lois has got them. So there is. So basically, it's like they go through animals, and it's like, what do I'm a, this, what do I sit on? Yeah. And they sit on different things that rhymes with their name, basically. Okay. That's what I feel.
I'm a dog, I sit on a log.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think the frog sits on a log.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
The dog sits on the frog. And then it's like, and then they go for all these different animals, and then there's some that have got such strange names, they actually ask for their first name, and they rhyme it with their actual name rather than the name of the animal. But they're quite funny. But there's loads of them. I'm surprised you haven't, unless they came out later when your kids were a bit older.
Maybe they did.
My kids are younger than yours.
Yeah, maybe they did.
But yeah, there's loads of them. There's like Oi dog, Oi cat, Oi duck-billed platypus. Like she's got loads of them. They're all like, yeah.
Makes me want to have more kids just so I can read. No, it doesn't.
So there's one where they go through all the different. Are they all? I don't know if they're all that they sit on different things, or if there's just one particular book where they sit on different things. I can't remember, but yeah. Yeah. There's a whole series of them.
Oi eagle, sat on a beagle.
Yeah. Oi leech, sit on a peach. Yeah. Anyway.
Yes. So so Kitai and the condor fight off the lions. He escapes. He reaches the river and he builds a raft so he can continue along the river. Now, tired and exhausted, Kitai falls asleep on the raft. And in his sleep, he dreams of his sister Senshi and the attack that happened on the day. And he survived because Senshi put him inside like a glass bubble of emotions.
Yeah.
So the Ursa couldn't sense his fear through this bubble that he was in. And Senshi is killed by the monster right in front of him. But Senshi reassures him that his father's bitterness is just his own anger for not having saved her.
Yeah, because to be fair, he did tell Kitai not to try and fight off these aliens, didn't he? He told him to not do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he was only doing as he was told. And he was a kid. Yeah. An even younger kid then.
He was like 3-4 years old.
Yeah, he was not very big at all. No, so what was he supposed to do? I mean, to be fair, you could probably annoy an alien to death if you got a toddler. Why? Watch this. And they just do something pathetic. Although they can't see or hear, can they? So no, you couldn't.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, that'd be the perfect... That's what they should have in the army, just loads of toddlers. Whinging and whining, and the other side would be like, "Oh, fuck this."
all human conflict just sorted out by just throwing different countries' toddlers at each other.
Yeah, because
to be fair, that's
toddler
not
tantrums are the worst.
Much unlike actual country leaders. And
it's like it's all the leaders just having their little tantrums, isn't it? But yeah, that would be a good line of defence, I think. Yeah. Also, they're in nappies. I mean, you've got loads of things like loads of reasons not to come near them.
Weapons of nap destruction.
Yeah. I mean, I reckon they could do it, you know.
Yeah, I reckon.
I'd listen. It could be a form of torture as well.
No, like that's not allowed under the Geneva Conventions. We can't have torture. We just can't do that. No.
Can you imagine if someone just put you in a room with a toddler for like 2 days straight, and they just whined the whole time? That is one thing. I would rather, when my kids were little, I'd rather them full on cry than whine.
Oh yeah.
When they whined, I was like, I can't sit here and listen to whining.
Oh.
Just either have a full-on meltdown, or be quiet.
Because full-on meltdowns,
I can't do the whining.
Full-on meltdowns,
yeah, they tire, don't they?
Too tired.
They tire, and they think I'm not getting. And if you leave them to it, they don't get any attention. They soon stop.
Yeah.
But when they're just whiny all day, whoa.
Now, any of you people out there who don't have kids, you must be sitting here. You must be sitting there thinking, God, that sounds awful. Like,
it is awful.
How could you be like that with your parent? How could you be like that with your kids? You've never experienced it.
Yeah, you haven't obviously had a toddler whining at you all day.
Oh, all day.
And Peppa Pig on the TV. And everywhere you look.
My oldest is 21, my youngest is 16. They still whine.
Yeah, and they always argue into adulthood as well.
Oh my God.
I know people with older kids, and it's like it never ends.
No, it doesn't. It just doesn't end. Oh.
Well, not until they're about 30 or 40, because I don't like argue with my sister now. Like, we don't bicker and argue now.
Aye.
But yeah, it goes on for a long time.
Yeah, it does. Now, coming back to the movie and a sibling relationship here. In his dream, Senshi is urging Kitai to wake up. You got to wake up, Kitai. You got to wake up. You got to wake up. And when he does, he is surprised by another thermal shift, and it is very, very close to him freezing to death. He's stuck out in the cold, and he's got nowhere to get to that is warm. However, something grabs him and drags him to safety, and he wakes up in like a shelter. And as he climbs out of the shelter, now that the temperature's gotten back to normal, it was the bird of prey that dragged him to safety as like a thank you for saving its chicks.
I don't know.
And now that the bird of prey is dead, the parent of these chicks is dead, they're all going to die anyway because there's no one to feed them and raise them, because they literally just hatched as well. The eggs were still in the nest. Yeah. So you've sacrificed yourself to save somebody as a thank you for saving your chicks who are now
going to die. Yeah. Make that make sense. So in this time now, Kitai reaches the tail section and retrieves the emergency beacon along with another communicator, another weapon. Oh, because at some point he loses his weapon as well. That's gone, but he finds another weapon. But the communicator only allows Cypher to see and hear Kitai, but Kitai cannot hear him. Yeah.
But Kitai, having got to the tail section of the ship, sees now that the Ursa that was being carried for training purposes has escaped and killed the remnants of the crew. The emergency beacon doesn't activate, and Cypher realizes that the atmosphere is blocking the signal, and he's like, your signal's being blocked by the ionization in the air. Okay, that's the exact phrase they use.
Yeah.
But of course, Kitai can't hear him say that, and his dad's like, if you go to that mountain over there and climb the mountain, the beacon the ionization will be lower, you're higher up, the beacon will work. But Kitai works this out on his own and makes it there, and the dad's like, oh yeah, good boy, well done. Like, oh, he's not a fuck up.
Yeah, he's not a complete idiot.
However, so Kitai heads to the nearby volcano from which he could fire the beacon, but he is injured now when the Ursa attacks him. And there's a big sort of back and forth. The Ursa, he gets away from the Ursa by climbing up through a shaft in this mountain, and which gives him time because the Ursa is much larger, and it does make it through the hole, but it gives him time to kind of center himself and get himself kind of ready. And however, he remembers Cypher's words to focus on the moment rather than the outcome, and Kitai, through his own sort of sheer will, begins to control his fear and ghosts himself from the Ursa enough for him to be able to kill it. He then fires the beacon, a rescue team arrives, and the two travel back to Nova Prime. However, after all this, Kitai decides not to become a ranger and instead will work with his mother instead, because he's had enough.
Yeah.
That once was enough. That I can't be bothered fighting more Ursas, even though now he'd be the perfect candidate for a ranger because now he can ghost.
Hold on, how did they get home?
There's a rescue ship comes really quickly. It gets there so fast, and they whip them away. And I think they were on the ship back home when the dad is like, "Oh, hey, son."
Oh yeah,
I love you now.
His dad's in a really bad way at the end, isn't he? So he's got broken legs, but then he's obviously got something else wrong with him because he's like on his deathbed.
Yeah,
but then he's all right after.
If you break your femur, it's a really dangerous break because it can cut off, or you could have damaged really important arteries in your leg.
Oh, okay.
That's why, I don't know if you ever had it, but do you ever have anyone at school break a leg or anything?
Probably, I can't really remember.
We had that, and anytime somebody it happens amazingly a lot at my school, or somebody breaks a leg playing,
sport,
pissing about playing sport or whatever. And it was always an air ambulance that came for them to get them to the hospital as soon as possible, because a femur break is a bad break.
Yeah.
Because it will, the muscles in the legs, because they're really strong, will just that's why you tend to find they are, what is that? I can't remember the word when the bone comes out through the skin and all that kind of thing. Oh yeah,
I don't know, but I know what you mean.
They tend to be like that a lot, but. Yeah. That's what happens to Cypher. His leg is badly broken, and at one point he has to bypass the artery.
Yeah.
And he literally cuts open and sticks a tube in the artery and bypasses to the bottom half of his leg. Yeah. But it fails at the end of the film, and that's when he kind of passes out and is very close to death. The beacon comes, they come and get them, and he survives. So there you go. That's a little biology lesson.
So there's no explanation of how he got back to where his dad was.
Well, I imagine they picked him up from where he was as well.
So they just went and picked them up from two different places.
Yeah, because they're, if they're a rescue mission.
Oh, I suppose his dad knew where he was, didn't he? Because he had comms by that point.
Yeah, exactly. And also, if he's near the tail end of the ship, I imagine. They could tell where the tail end of the ship was, so I imagine their own sensors would be able to pick it up. So yeah, that's the film, and that's how it ends. And his dad loves him again. There you go.
What do you mean again? I don't know if he ever did love him.
No, he loves him now. Yes, you're quite right. He now he loves him rather than again. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't great, was it?
15 minutes in, I thought to myself, "Oh God, I'm only 15 minutes in." That was an honest thought.
Do you know what? I had to fight through my own fear to get through the rest of this movie. I basically had to ghost myself to complete this film. It was so bad. But obviously, Emma, we're looking at the good bits of this film. Now, I have, believe it or not, a good actress good actor.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. But not in a way that you think.
Oh, okay.
I've got good CGI.
Yeah.
I've got a good scene. And I've got a good location.
Okay.
What did you get?
I've got one good line, good stunt, and good props.
Wow. One good line in the whole film.
And it's not even a particularly good line, it's just what it made me think that made it a good line.
Okay. Do you want to start with that then?
Yeah, so when they crash land and Cypher says, both my legs are broken, one very badly. And I thought, I know what he means because obviously like you were just saying, he's got a particularly bad break on one leg. But it just made me think, oh, this is my good broken leg. This is my really bad broken leg. I was like, they're both broken. Like, was it necessary to say that? I don't know. But it just made me think, so you've got a good broken leg and a bad broken leg?
I was, do you know what I was thinking you were going to say? That it reminded you of Austin Powers. Both of my legs are broken. Both of my legs are badly broken. I think I can smell almonds.
Is that when he's saying I'm still alive? I'm just very badly burned.
Why did you shoot me?
You shot me. Yeah, I don't know. It just made me laugh because I was just like, I don't. It was a weird thing to say, but
yeah, I like it. I didn't
have any other good lines. I've got some bad lines.
Oh, I have bad lines.
Side, but
yeah, I have bad lines coming out of my ears. Yeah, and out of their mouths. And I tell you what, you keep your bad lines out your motherfucking mouth. Oh, we had to get a reference into that somewhere.
We don't want to be slagging off Will Smith too much because we know that we don't want to upset him.
and I said to you, I don't want to slag off Jaden Smith too much either, because it's a very strange thing. He's a child. He's a child.
Let's leave him alone, I guess.
Yeah, to a degree. He's a child.
Yeah.
He isn't good in the film. He isn't good.
He's not a good actor. No. But like we've just said, he is a child, so I guess we should go easy on him, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's not now, is he? But he was at the time.
He was at the time.
Yeah.
And also, his dad was so hands-on with every bit of direction.
Yeah.
And guiding him in everything that he does.
So we have to blame Will Smith.
Yeah, I think the blame does like Will Smith. And also, Jaden Smith had so much flack for this film. And again, kind of a little bit from the Nepo baby kind of side. Like, you're foisting your son on us just because you're trying to create a career for him in movies. And I mean, whatever. So
also,
what?
I think there's so much pressure on kids that have got really famous parents. Yeah. It's a bit like David Beckham's kids. He's like a really well-known footballer and worldwide known. And there's so much pressure then on his kids to do something. And as far as I know, none of them done anything.
Yeah.
But also, there's pressure because if your parent's really talented at something, then it kind of makes you feel like, well, I can never live up to that. Yeah. Callum Best's son as well.
Yes.
He's another example. He's been on loads of reality TV, but he's done nothing other than that. And it's like, okay, so you might not be into the same thing. You might not be a footballer, or you might not be a chef, or you might not be whatever your parents famous for. Mm-hmm. But there's so much pressure to do something impressive with your life. But also, you've grown up very privileged, so there's also that other side of it that you don't really need to make an effort to be really good at something, because you're always going to be looked after and be all right when your parents are millionaires, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's that thing of but I do feel like some of them try and push their kids. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jaden wanted to go into acting. Yeah. But it feels like sometimes it's like, oh, I do this, so you should do this too. And you don't know, do you, whether it's like the parents being a bit pushy or whether they actually want to do that.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. You had a great example of, is it North?
Oh.
In the Lion King
Kanye
thing.
West, yeah.
And it's like, there are people
she only
who
got that
could have
role
done
because
that
of
a
her
lot
parents.
better.
Yeah.
But, and again, it's not the kid's fault.
No.
The kid is brought up in a world of, oh, my mum and dad can get me these opportunities.
Yeah.
And I hope that as the kid gets older, they'll be like, I understand the privilege that I have and why that happened, and was that right at the time? Maybe no, it wasn't, but I understand it. And there are some kids that are better than their parents, or as good as their parents. but they're still only where they are because of their parents.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good you are. There's a lot of good actors. There's a lot of great singers out in the world who don't have the opportunities that they have, and they're good or better, and it's so you get a real, and then obviously there's the kids that you don't hear of. You don't hear of you don't hear of Michael Jackson's kids.
No.
You don't hear of them. They're not out there trying to do anything. You don't hear of Kurt Cobain's daughter.
But that's what I mean. Some of them, I feel like a lot of them, they don't need to build a career because they just live off their parents' money forever. Yeah. Because if you're a multi-millionaire, they just do their own thing, and it's not in the public eye. Yeah, and they just get on with their lives. But they're not going to have a job, even, are they? Really, particularly.
Well, I mean,
it's going to be. They might do social media or something like that, but they're not going to have a 9 to 5, are they? Because your parents are millionaires.
They might still, because
some of them might, but I would imagine if your parents are that wealthy, then you'll be looked after, won't you?
Yeah, of course.
So you probably won't need to work.
But there's that thing though, isn't there? There's that need to work or the want to work. Yeah. Like if I won the lottery, I mean, fingers crossed, please, someday soon, please. But if I won the lottery, I think I'd probably take quite a break from work. Yeah. But
you want to do something.
I couldn't not do anything. You think?
Yeah, I'd want to do something, but it wouldn't necessarily be.
It wouldn't be a daily 9 to 5 grind.
No. I guess you could start a business or something. If you had all that money, you could do something you're passionate about.
Yeah. Like I said before, if I ever won the lottery, I'd want to start making my own guitars. Yeah. That's my dream, but not having the money to kind of get myself started, it's not going to happen.
It is just a dream.
It is just a dream, quite right. Unless I find out that I was adopted by my parents and I'm actually the son of insert. Oh no, God, please no. I
was just thinking of the money, not the personality.
If I ended up being, thanks.
No, I mean I wasn't thinking of him being an awful man. I was thinking of the money. Who's the richest person I could think of?
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like,
do you think in order to be a billionaire, you have to be a bit of an arsehole?
Yes.
Because to get to the top and get that much money, you kind of have to don't give a shit about anybody else. You're just all about you.
So I feel like if you're
really wealthy,
if you've got that sort of money, and there are people that are starving in the country that you live in, then
there's homeless people, and there's because you could £1 billion is you can't
£1 billion,
but you can't fathom that amount of money.
No, you can't.
Your brain can't actually cope. When people say, "Oh, this is like 1 million seconds, and this is 1 billion seconds," like 1 million seconds is so many weeks, and 1 billion seconds is so many years, or whatever. When you compare it like that, or when they do there's a whole website I learned recently that compares so your average salary. Yeah. It compare you spending some money to a billionaire spending the same money.
Oh,
and I think when they did the submersible,
you mentioned it in the submersible thing. Yeah,
they did that ticket to the submersible was 250,000, I think, for one ticket. So to buy 2 tickets for that, I think it was to buy 2 tickets for that was the equivalent of somebody on an average salary buying a sandwich or a meal deal, £5 or £6.
5 or 6 quid, yeah.
That was the equivalent. So that is what that is percentage-wise to your wage is what it is to what they have.
Which is madness.
Which is crazy when you think
madness.
about it like that.
Nobody needs that kind of money.
That's a house.
Yeah.
500,000 would buy you a nice house.
Yeah. £500,000 would change several people's lives.
Yeah. I mean, and then if you bought a house outright, you wouldn't have any mortgage or rent. Yeah. So you're better off for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Did you see what that the actor Michael Sheen did? The Welsh actor.
No.
He bought off. I can't remember how much it was, but he bought off a massive amount of people's debt.
Oh, did he?
So basically, what happens when people get into debt? Debt companies sell debt on.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, if companies are buying debt, why can't I buy some people's debt?
Yeah.
And then just forgive it."
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what he did. He bought a vast amount of people's debt, can't remember how much it was, and he just forgave it.
Yeah.
Instantly lifting, I don't know how many people, but lots of people instantly out of poverty because of it.
Yeah.
Debt poverty. It's a horrid thing. It's a horrid thing. But yeah. Anyway.
Anyway. That was my bad line.
Yeah, that was your bad line.
Good line.
That was a good line. Good
not
line.
bad. I've got so much bad stuff written down. I've got sidetracked.
It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't so much the great line. It was what you thought.
Yes.
Upon the line.
But I'm gonna take it because I've got hardly anything good.
I'm just gonna very quickly say my good actress is Sophie Okonedo.
Yeah.
Because one, she's completely underused in the film.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's a whole scene at a dinner, and she just doesn't say a word.
Yeah.
When his dad is being horrible to his son, she's not in there. She's not in there. She's just sitting there, quietly just accepting that paycheck.
Yeah.
And you know what? Fair play. But I will put Sophie Okonedo on there because I think she's a wonderful actress, completely misused and underused in this film. Maybe the 40 minutes that were cut from the film was more time.
Yeah, maybe.
With her.
We don't know, do we?
And, they were like, no, we're going to focus on the father and son story, so mum is out the picture. But I'm also just honourable mention because she was in The Wheel of Time. And she was great in that. So I'm just going to give her a little plug because of that. But I wouldn't bother watching The Wheel of Time because they cancelled it.
Oh.
Season 3, done and dusted, cancelled. Fuck you, Amazon Prime. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos.
Did it not get enough
Not
viewers?
just because you're a billionaire, not just because you shut down Venice for your wedding, but you cancelled The Wheel of Time.
Did you see the invitations for his wedding?
No, I would get one.
The invitations look like they've been done in Word. And this is like a billionaire's wedding.
See, that's why they're billionaires. Because, they're
cheapskates.
They're cheapskates.
Yeah.
They're cheapskates on things like that, but they'll build rockets to go to the fucking outer atmosphere. God almighty. Oh, and they'll send Katy bloody Perry. Fuck's sake.
What was that
We don't even need to discuss it. Let's not get into that.
Because I don't even know what that was all about. I really don't.
What else have you got?
Good stunt.
Okay, let's go.
Well, I've put this down as a stunt. I don't know if I guess it's a stunt. So when they realise that the spaceship is going to crash,
yes.
I keep forgetting his name. Kitai.
Yeah.
He's got asthma, hasn't he? And he's like panicking. He's got the mask on his face, and he's like freaking out a bit. And Cypher tries to calm him down.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's like calming him down. Then all of a sudden, he just gets pulled back like really quickly.
Yep.
Just like he's just sucked.
Yeah.
Like into, because I suppose because parts of the ship are coming off, so you would just get sucked, wouldn't you, out
Yep.
of. But it did actually look really good, and I didn't see it coming. It just all of a sudden he was just like
yes,
and he was gone really quickly.
It was a real sort of
they've done it quite well.
Boom.
Yeah. So I quite like that. I guess that's a stunt, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say that was a stunt because the actor would have had to have been like pulled back.
Yeah.
And yes, it may have been pulled back and then it became CGI after
yeah,
a moment.
Yeah. But there was a physical
he was
stunt.
Physically there, and then he wasn't.
Yeah, but they did do it. Yeah, but it was very quick, wasn't it? And it did look quite good. So
but then I also thought at that point, has he just been sucked out into space? How is he?
Yeah.
How does he end up in the cockpit?
How does he end up? That's what I thought. Because then on the other side, a piece of the spaceship comes off and it's exposed to the atmosphere or or space. So I was like, if that's happened the other way, he's out there floating around somewhere. He's not in the ship anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he was obviously in the ship. So I don't know. But
so
this movie landed.
I'm
Anything
wondering
happened.
if what's happened. Boom, some form of explosion. Part of the ship is released to like open up to space.
Yeah.
He gets sucked back. His legs hit the hole.
Oh right, yeah, that's how he breaks his legs.
And he spins and goes into the cockpit, which wasn't the direction he came from.
Yeah. That must be.
But again, we're having to make that up.
Yeah, we don't see it
because.
And it's not said, so we just have to assume.
Exactly.
And you know what assuming does, don't you?
Yep. No, I don't. What does it make? No. It makes an ass out of you and me. Right. Off the back of that, I would actually say the CGI in this film is pretty decent.
Yeah, it is actually.
For like $130 million budget, yeah, it should be. 2013.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, they've got... The animals look decent.
Yeah.
The baboons look decent. The lions look decent. The giant bird of prey looks decent. You know, there's the sort of flight that he does through. That all looks really good. That's all. Actually, I thought it was a really good sequence as well. But yeah, and you know that kind of moment of him being pulled away and then sucked off into as soon as it sucked off, I just... oh, no. Oh, you keep Will Smith being sucked off out your motherfucking mouth, okay? Right?
You said it. You can't say things like that. What if children listen? No children. Please don't let your children listen to this, because we talk about all sorts of stuff.
No, I know, we really do. But you know what I mean, like him getting like
sucked away,
pulled out into space, him getting pulled off.
God, he's having a great time.
Isn't he just? Yeah, I'd take a couple of broken legs for that. I mean, as long as it's two good broken legs.
What about the bad broken leg? You don't want that.
As long as it wasn't a bad broken extra leg, then happy days. Oh no! Oh, compose yourself. My God. So yeah, all throughout the movie, the CGI looks pretty decent. We've got very futuristic looking tech, and 1,000 years in the future, looks pretty decent. So CGI gets a thumbs up for me in this film. Now, what else have you got?
I've got props.
Okay.
So, probably I think this was my favourite one. When the ship's going to crash again, and they know that we've got to land somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they do just find somewhere to land instantly, which is just crazy. Because, I mean, I don't know a lot about space, but I know that planets aren't like next door to each other. Like they're thousands of miles apart, aren't they? Yeah. And all of a sudden, it's just really convenient. Earth's just there. But what makes me laugh is as they're approaching Earth, they've got this huge red button in the spaceship, and if you press that, it tells you if a planet is inhabitable.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, don't land here.
And
it's like, how does it know?
And it's a red button as well.
It's massive. It's a big, massive red button. They just press it, and it just tells them, yeah, you can't land. Can't park there, mate. So I was like, I mean, how awesome is that? Imagine if you could do that with people. Imagine if you just had a button that you could press when you like meet somebody new, and they'd be like, yeah, good or bad. Don't approach this person.
They're a prick.
I mean, we'd save ourselves so many years.
Oh my God, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But what if you're going through life thinking, hey, I'm fine, but everybody's like, oh no, they're a dickhead. They're actually a dickhead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not good.
I mean, apparently 1 in 2 people are dickheads, and it's not me, I think.
You would think that.
You dickhead.
I did have a couple other props as well that I liked.
Oh, okay.
So when Cypher is on the spaceship and Kitai's out finding the beacon, he has this little like handheld X-ray machine.
Oh,
and he's X-raying his own leg.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, 1,000 years time, the technology has really come on.
It really has, hasn't it?
So I quite like that as well, because he could kind of sort of look at his own leg and diagnose himself. And then he had a thing of pills, didn't he? And it said that it would make him drowsy, or your vision might go blurry and you might become drowsy. And I don't think he took them, but then he was like, towards the end he was suffering, wasn't he? He was struggling. Yeah. But yeah, it was just like, oh, you can diagnose yourself and then know what medication to take and stuff.
It's not bad, is it?
Again, I mean, it's just all there for you.
Yeah, not bad at all. We're getting closer to the world of Star Trek here, where, you know, have a little beep, 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 beep. Okay, I've just synthesized the drug. Boop. Oh, I'm better now.
Yeah.
That's you know, that would be
that's
the
awesome,
real dream. That's the real dream.
Yeah, and then my last one is the sword thing that he finds when he finds the rest of the ship.
Yeah.
He finds this weapon, and it's like, I don't know how to describe it. So it's kind of like just this little short bar, but 2 things come out of either end. Yeah. But they change, don't they?
Yes. So they call it the cutlass.
Yes.
His dad gives him one at the beginning of the film, sending him out on his journey.
Yeah.
And he says, this is whatever model, and it's got 22 different configurations.
How?
Because I think...
But how does it change?
When you see him use it, he slides his fingers across it. So I'm wondering if, you know, like in a gearbox in a car. Yeah. If you maybe slide your fingers across it in a certain pattern.
Yeah, but all those different things couldn't fit in there.
Yeah, but it's so like imagine it's like
morphs
I think
into something else.
Yeah, it's like a sort of nanotechnology. So as it comes out, the blade forms into whatever variation you have chosen for the task at hand.
But it helps him out of when he's getting out of that hole in the mountain.
Yeah.
That's how he gets out, doesn't he? Because he just like
he uses
it.
He uses it very cleverly at that point,
yeah.
and to create sort of an anchor when he's climbing. Absolutely.
And he pulls himself up on it, doesn't he?
Do you know what? When you said you had it as a good prop, I did a little bit of a because I've got it as a bad prop.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Because, and I know obviously we were talking about this in the flip side, but it's just literally like 22 different variations of different blades.
Yeah, it is just...
That's it.
But it looked quite impressive.
It did. It looked impressive, I guarantee you.
But yeah, it's why do you need that many different versions of a blade?
It's literally just a futuristic Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Which is all it is.
And to be fair, Swiss Army knife is mainly just knives. There's not loads of different things on there, is there?
I have a really thick Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
That has got all sorts of things. It's got a saw on there. It's got a knife. It's got a smaller knife. It's got scissors. It's got a magnifying glass.
Bottle opener.
Yep, it's got a bottle opener. It's got a leather sewing device as well.
Yeah.
It's got a little pick for taking stones out of horses' hooves. It's got loads of different things going on in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a brick in its own self.
What do you use it for?
Cutting up oranges. Cutting my toenails.
I don't think that's what it was invented for.
No, it wasn't what it was invented for. No. But like, I used that a lot when I was camping. I used it a lot when I was camping because it's got good little things for doing things and that. But
fighting off black bears.
Yeah. Yeah. Although the trouble was, when you've got like a Swiss Army knife like that, you can fight off brown bears. You're indestructible. Oh yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Although, however, I will add a little caveat there.
Don't
do that. Yeah. Absolutely do not do that.
Yeah.
You will die. So yeah, I know I gave a little bit away, but yeah, it's interesting. It's a good prop because he makes good use of it.
Yeah.
Very much does.
He used it to get away, but. Yeah. Okay, so what other good stuff? I'm out of good stuff.
I've got a good scene and a good location.
Okay.
So I'll go with my good scene first of all. So he gets, obviously, this is the point where Kitai gets chased by these baboons. Okay.
Yes.
And he gets away from them, and this is before he collapses. And he just keeps running and running and running and running. And there are scenes of him just keeping going. And his dad is like, Kitai, stop running. Kitai, you need to stop running. You're not being chased anymore. Stop running. But it's good because that's what you should do. Just get the hell out of there. Don't look back until you have put yourself and some distance between you and the danger. And I like that. He's a kid.
Yeah.
He's scared. And he's just keeping going and not stopping.
Yeah.
He's booking it. I thought that was a great scene. I thought it was really clever because the dad's been like, no, you need to conserve energy or whatever. And the kid's like, nah, I'm getting out of there. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Quite right. And then my last good thing, at the end of the film, the volcano location.
I've got this down. Yeah, I did make a note of this.
Okay.
Yeah, you go.
So I put it down as a good location because it looked really good. And I thought as he was walking up this slope of all this lava and all this sort of hellish looking landscape, I thought this is going to be such a good spot for a final fight with this monster. Okay. Yeah. And then they went underground. And then you lost all this great landscape that you had of this. So I thought it was a great location because it was very much like Mount Doom sort of thing at the end of Lord of the Rings. You know, it was like that epic landscape, fire, smoke, brimstone, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they didn't use it. That upset me.
Because he was running away from... Was he running away from the alien?
Yes.
And he ran towards a volcano. And I was like...
But he has to run towards
he
had to run towards the volcano because that was the mountain so that he could get up to a height to fire the beacon.
Oh, okay.
So he needed to get up there. Although I did read in the trivia during the film that someone said they say that the beacon doesn't work at the original location because there's too much ionization in the air, whatever that is, right? But at a volcano, because of the activity of a volcano, ionization is a lot stronger at volcanoes.
Yeah.
So he would have had a harder time using the beacon, even though he was up higher. So plot hole, but yeah. But I thought it was a really good location. It looked great.
It did look good, yeah.
I'm just upset they didn't use it, you know?
Yeah, they didn't. They could have used it, yeah. Like you say, for the final fight.
Yeah. But then, when they did do the actual final fight, they were in, like, the ash fall of the volcano. And I think, maybe that was an actual choice because he's getting rid of emotions so he can fight the thing properly.
Yeah.
So instead of, like, this fire burning, it's now actually the fire's gone out and there's a coolness and there's a calmness.
Do you think it was that deep, or
I'd like to think there's imagery in things. But I just don't know. You know, because there's that. It's like, you know, you've got this fire, this stuff going on, you know, and then with the ash, it's cooler and he's more badass. But I don't know.
Okay, so how would you improve this movie?
Oh, there's lots of ways, isn't there?
Yeah,
there really is. I think maybe one less peril on the planet. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's the baboons, and then there's the leech, and then there's the condor, then there's the lions, and then there's the cold, and then it's all very rinse and repeat. So take some of that away, and build us more of a backstory.
I would maybe just stick to the original idea and not have it set in space.
Oh.
And just have it. Although, would that be a bit boring? I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe they did think the original idea was a bit boring and dull, so it was not done. But I'd also make Cypher more likeable and warm. We've said it lots of times before. You need to warm to a character in a movie. I mean, I guess you've got your villains, and you know you don't warm to them, but then you have to feel something strong towards the lead character, I think. And I guess you could argue that Kitai is the lead character in this.
Yeah.
And maybe you feel sorry for him because his dad's so cold, and you warm to him more, maybe. But as a character, Will Smith's character was awful, wasn't he? Like, there was no sort of redeeming qualities either, and he just didn't. I didn't hate him like a villain, but I just didn't like him as a person, as a parent. He was awful.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd just change his character a bit more.
It's almost like, should his character have survived the end of the film?
Yeah.
Should somehow his dad have sacrificed himself for his son?
Yeah. And then we're like, oh, actually, he is a good, decent guy. Yeah.
As some sort of redemption?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Because, I mean, he's obviously very angry, like, with the son about his daughter's death. But when the daughter was alive, he didn't give a shit about her. She's calling him up, and he's like, yeah, whatever, I can't be bothered. Yeah. It was really like when your kids are calling you up, even if what they're talking about isn't exciting to you, you pretend. You show them that you're excited, don't you? You're excited for them. You're happy for them. You know, especially when they're younger, you almost put on a bit of an act. Not pretend, but you.
It's just to show interest.
You're interested because if your kids are interested in it, it's interesting to you. So so there was none of that. So I found it hard to believe that he was heavily grieving his daughter when she was alive. You looked like you couldn't be bothered to talk to her or weren't really interested in her. So I think I'd change his character so that if it was meant to be like a father-son story, I'd like to believe that the father loved the son. I didn't.
There needs to be a reason for the son to want to save the father.
Yeah.
And
I feel like you'd hate your father if he spoke to you like that.
Fear is not enough.
No.
I don't think.
No.
This urge to, I don't know, maybe there's a psychological thing, this urge to, what's the word I'm looking for? Please a distant parent to try and get their attention. There more than likely is, I imagine.
Yeah, I think there probably is.
But he's not the dad of the year, is he?
No.
Or husband of the year.
Or man of the year.
Yeah.
No, he's not a good guy.
He's not even Ranger of the year. With his good leg and his bad leg.
Bad broken leg. So what are you scoring it?
I'm going to score this film. Oh, it's a tough one.
I don't know.
Because it's not a good bad movie.
No.
It's a bad movie. It's pretty lame. I think the fact there were a couple of good things in it, I think the look of the movie was good. They went with a very specific choice of how the film looked, and there was a consistency of that look all the way through. I think I'm going to give it 1.5 out of 5.
I was thinking 1.5.
Yeah.
Because, it's got good CGI and there was a couple of good things, but I'm struggling to give it more than that.
And the bad thing is as well, this film was supposed to start a whole kind of franchise of comic books, TV shows, cartoons, that kind of thing, around this universe of these Rangers and Nova Prime and all that, and the war against the Skrulls or whatever they are. So, and the film was received so badly that it kind of killed all that off. And apparently in the making of the film, they also had like this Bible of information about the world and the extended world, so that if a question arose about like, oh, how would they deal with this, they'd be able to refer back to like this Bible of information and go, oh, this is how this world lives and how this world works. But that's all just extra information. I imagine now we're going to go and I know that we're going to now go and record the
flip side. And you'll get your money's worth on this one.
Yeah, I've got a big list of bad stuff.
Yeah,
big list of bad stuff.
Too.
So if you come and join us on the flip side at www.patreon.com/ICBadMovies for the small price of $3 a month. We have had so many people join as free members recently. So, I mean, thank you so much. Absolutely. And as a free member, you will get the first episode every season of the flip side completely for free. And there is a fair back catalogue. There's 10 of them now for you to listen to, completely free. But you're missing out on
all the others.
Yeah. Like you'll miss out on this one. And so if you're joined as a free member, that's great. Thank you so much. What can we do to convince you to just go that extra step?
If you could spare $3
do you want blood? Do you want do you want me to I don't know, what could I do? I'll do anything.
Don't say that.
Shave off all my hair. Break one of my legs badly.
Yeah. If you sign up for the Patreon, David will break his leg on a live feed.
Terms and conditions apply. Oh, you'll film it. I thought you were going to break the leg.
No, I won't break your leg. I don't want to go to prison.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg. All right, so we go and record the flip side, Emma.
Yes, let's do it.
Bye.
Bye.